Yeah, chat was good.
What's good? What's good?
We are just gonna do midweek recap. So, what happened on the chat, bro? Bro, I'm trying to see how I'm even talking. You can say I'm already getting fucking hit up, bro. I'm trying to actually like go crazy with this chat thing. Honestly, bro, like I'm trying to take advantage of this thing in a proper way. So we're just gonna go through the trade recap on the chart, see what we need to focus on from now on, and then let's see what happens by end of the week. But honestly speaking, though, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even have to say anything. So you guys know what I'm doing. Like, trying to look in there. Let's see how gold just fucking pull back, bro. But this was needed, though. I'm so good, glad gold did this pullback actually. Because we
Mm.
want to see this even pull back more. Okay, yeah. So for me, I have few lessons here to share with you guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start with that. Actually, I'm just gonna check if Lamin is on. Oh shit! This guy just said he come from football right now. Yeah, I'm trying to be like Lamin, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Turn my life around, chat. Help me, bro. Let's let's hold each other accountable here, bro. Do the cool shit. Why is one thing that is gonna be good for hobby? I just think that Lamin send this link to Lamin, so he's gonna join us as well. That guy just come from football.
Mm.
That
That's
is
that.
called active. I need to be active more on the gym. We need to be active more on the gym.
Mm.
Probably that will help a lot on the chats, Kala.
Mm.
But just gonna quickly share my screen with you. Let's just look at the goal what happened and I'm gonna share some lessons here. I'm sure you can see the chart. Just give me there we go. Enjoy. But yeah, chat look. Um if you were trading gold today, you probably would have kinda get caught in the same thing. But if not, if you clock this early, good for you. But for me, I was trading gold, so unfortunately, I got stopped out on a lot of the trade that I was actually trying to hold. So we was up like 6% on our challenge account, but we kind of gonna draw down almost like 2.5% of the overall account. So which means we have more fucking works to do. Think about it. That's crazy.
Mm.
But the plan is solid on the whiteboard there, though. So I'm just gonna have to like rewire the brain and stay focus on the chart again. But gold was reacting from this key level that we had here, because that's where price just broke on and create this new high here. So when price dipped below here the other day, which was on Tuesday, by end of the session, and then trade back above it, and then it retest that area around 1 at night. Sometimes I try to trade during Asia so I can, stay track with the market. So after seeing this candle here, I did took some trade on gold here, but guess what? Price ended up taking me up by Wednesday morning, which is today, and then it respect this low here. So now, by the time I wake up and trading session get closer, we seeing price going higher and take out this structure here. So technically, it's trying to switch direction. So we're gonna try to focus on buys again around this level here. As you can see, price didn't really hit the level, but I was caught with this kind of rejection here. But if I compare this to my candle power and that I look for clearly, these are completely different. So, and we was trying to take a trade on the breakout high here, on this breakout key level that we had here. Again, you see, like I could have easily saved myself from this trade here. Why? One, it's not my trading time. It's London. Two, even though the market is reacting at this level, at the time I tried to take the trade, it didn't give me any confirmation sign here. So you see, like me going up back on this trade here, I'm actually like, trying to share the things that I was missing in this trade, which I could have easily have avoided and understand. Okay, this market there's very high chance we are gonna go and take out this low here. So price didn't give me any sign of confirmation here, but I was still um having a little bit form on the market that the price can actually start to fall above this key area. But it's 10 in the morning. Why? Because I feel like I was too much on the chart for the past 48 hours. So, which I need to reduce. I'm gonna have to reduce actually. I'm gonna choose the higher time frame on gold and pay attention to it because this market is doing super good. You can easily recover from your losses if you know what you're doing wrong and just stop it. But here price then come back here, and now because we already know we had a breakout above this key area here, so the idea was to look for trade around here. This market was trying to go high here, and I can see that was 12 after we seen this bearish candle here, which is another trap for me again. I could have easily avoid this trade again. Why? Because it's not my trading time, because the candle pair and sometimes when they form around 12, this valid to take that trade, but this formation of the candle here, they're not too clean as if you compare it to this here. You can see this is 8 in the morning, even though after I seen this candle formation clearly exactly how I want it. Look what happened after price gave me that bullish engulfing. We just continue going. So this trade could have done the same thing, but only if the candles make fully sense. And if you compare this one here as well, you can see we have the 1 2 3 and then price then closes above here. You could have take the trade here or wait for this to close above here and took that trade. Obviously your stop losses would be a little bit below here or even be below it. And price it just pull back there and continue going. So it just all depends how you pay attention to look for the things that you're looking for. You know what I mean? So that is what got me a lot this past 24 hours from like Tuesday. And Wednesday we end the Wednesday in red as well, so it's cool. But we're gonna have to recover from that very soon. But this is the mistakes that I was making, because I was trying to be the early buyers to be like, okay, the gold is gonna make a higher low here now, and then and go and take out this higher high here. So that is why you need to wait sometimes, like don't try to be that guy when you just see the market switching. You wanna be the first buyer here. It's high risk trade setup because price can easily continue going lower here because we haven't confirmed yet if this is a new high or not. If you had wait for one more time and see price gone back above here, create a new high, then you can have a more confidence whenever you see a pullback. Any area that you think is a key area here, it's okay to take the trade because you already have the confirmation after this switch here. you know. So I was caught with this, trying to like not miss out that trade again for more. So it's just the things that we do in the market that actually make us lose money. But if you just stick with the plan and just follow exactly what we said we're gonna do, you can easily plug this and remove them, because if you can go back and review your losses, you'll understand what you have actually done wrong. So, sharing this here is actually giving me the clarity that I need in the market so I can, try to refocus and analyze the market to actually look for the key thing that I need to. But yeah,
Me too.
but gold, you can see it just continue going here. Again, when price gets here, we didn't have any rejection. I think Lamin just joined. Um, Assalamu alaikum.
Hello.
Hello, Lamin, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I can, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, man, not too bad.
That's good, man.
How are you, brother?
Not too bad, man. How are you? Suleiman number two.
Good, bro.
How was
Everything.
football though? Was it good? Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right, it wasn't too bad. Just a bit tiring, and it, but
I was telling chat, bro. I need to be like Lamin, bro. This guy is the G.
what did
Come
I do
from,
again?
we come from football.
Active.
But I was just explaining some of the thing that I've been doing on gold. I'm basically sharing the some of the lesson that I've learned, and like what is the thing that was missing on this trade that I was trying to take care. That is basically what was going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go through anything, but I was almost done with this, honestly. But yeah, again, I was saying price simply just come here, but it didn't give me any confirmation to take this trade here because we
Yeah.
wanted to see if this is going to be a new low here and this is going to be new high. So the idea now, if we think price just switched the bullish, the bearish pullback that we was in to make a new high here, we would have take a trade here,
Mm-hmm.
expecting that price can go and take out this high here. But
Mm-hmm.
again, it could be a other way around because you don't know yet if this is a change of direction or not. You could have wait for one more time and see if price can actually then go again and take out this high. Then any retracement that happen after that, then you can look for buy here. So this was aggressive approach toward the market, basically what I was trying to share. But yeah, that would be that for gold. This is some of the mistakes that was for me. So I mean, we're gonna go Terra USD. I can go through it, but I don't think there was nothing too much. The week has been okay. It's I feel like you did good, bro. I seen your Instagram post there, and that was really impressive. I can't lie.
But I mean, like you said, I think it comes down to obviously consistency and having the belief that obviously your system is gonna work over time for the longer period.
Mhm,
And although, like I keep on saying, no matter how good a system is, no matter how good your strategy is,
mhm,
no matter who you are, obviously you're always gonna have those periods where you need to be in drawdown, and that's the essence of the market. That's the essence of this whole game, I guess. I mean, like I said last week, for the previous weeks, we've been literally banking on profits here and there, and it seems
mhm,
like this week it hasn't been the greatest, or maybe it has been the greatest, despite having a couple of losses here and there. It's just the case, like I said, it's not about having a loss. What's bad is having a loss and not being able to learn from that loss. And
facts.
I guess obviously you guys have already explained, and you've kind
Mhm,
of went through the mistakes that you had, and perhaps something that you can improve, obviously for the next setup that presents itself. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been sort of my discipline have really been obviously focusing on it heavy, as you might have seen on my Instagram, of course.
mhm,
Keeping it very consistent, keeping it very simple, and just yeah, man, having the belief that my system, it works. I know that it works, and it's not
mhm,
a case of the first 10 100 trades. It's a
mhm.
case of how much can I make in terms of percentage, or in terms of percentage I'm gonna take the next 1,000 trades. Like I said, obviously I think my winning rate is at 40%, and I tend to adjust myself every now and then. Obviously if it goes over 45-50%, then I
Yeah,
kind of wanna bring it back to that premium level, to put it that way. Because obviously, like I said, if you always have those wins here and there, you might get a bit euphoric, and think that you're the best out here. But then yeah, the market's always gonna humble you. But
nah, for
I'm not
sure.
gonna lie, since May, I literally been obviously, as you have seen on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to, put it out there, just for journaling purposes and stuff like that.
Nah, for sure, bro. Well, I seen I was really impressed. I was like, yeah, Lamin is doing it proper consistent because even just having that track record there is enough. So, that after seeing that, it gave me some awareness. I was like, yeah, that
Exactly, because
kind of implemented in my things.
like they said, obviously, if you equip yourself well, then perhaps you're only gonna do better. Like I keep on saying, obviously a disciplined trader is a profitable trader, regardless of how bad you might be going, or regardless of whatever Jordan that you might be going on that period. It comes down to numbers end of the day, bro. If you have a 40% win rate, know that if you take 100 trades, at least if you take 100 trades, at least 60%, 60 of those trades are gonna be losers. So you need to be profiting on the other 40%. I'm looking at your data, which tells you that based on whatever strategy you're doing, your win rate is at 40%. And then we need to be expecting those sort of losses. It's just a case of, yeah, when those periods of drawdowns come in hand, how am I going to manage obviously those periods which are inevitable. You get
Nah,
it?
for sure.
Said.
Nah, bro. Inshallah, bro.
Um, I,
As long as you keep showing up and you're learning, then that's the most important.
and like I said, obviously, I think it was the last call. I said, a pullback maybe on 3,600 is
Yeah.
looking more likely.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. I'm not sure what the Fed has said. What, 2 days ago, something like that. But it definitely has to do something with the Fed. I've not really been, following with the macro and funders this week, which is really bad.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Same here. I haven't been checking the news that much lately. I just be checking forex factory very quick to see if there is any red folders. The market has been stable, honestly. It's just moving.
I think it's just it's those periods where obviously we have a bit of exhaustion where the market needs to reprice, kind of give a bit of chance to the
Yeah,
sellers like
it's
that
looking like it's at that point. But
for
yeah,
better positioning and that. But yeah, like I said, for me this week I only had two setups. One of them being Swiss franc, and then the other one being Euro USD. Obviously, the silver setup that I had posted on my IG that was taken. I think it was last week. We
yeah,
already covered that, so I'll just go quickly go over the Swiss franc one, and then the Euro USD, if you want me to do it, of course.
yeah, sure, bro. I'm just gonna stop sharing. Me, earlier yesterday I didn't touch it. I tried to take a trade today, but it was not looking good, so I just avoided it. But yeah, man, you can share your screen. I'll put it there, and then we can look in the chart. Let's see what might be there for tomorrow by end of the week.
Yeah.
Um, let's see if your charts here. They just come on here now.
And there is obviously
Mm,
the thought process behind obviously the setup that are taken, which is this one here.
yeah,
Literally, it's simple. The same thing as we keep on, emphasizing on the calls. Obviously, we had the sweep of these highs in here, which was aligning with obviously our bullish bias for USD based on fundamental outcomes and macroeconomical outcomes and stuff. So it was simple. Literally on the 4 hour, dropping back to the 4 hour. Yeah, this is what we had. Obviously, we had a clearing of these highs in here. Perhaps
yeah,
that's why obviously we've marked this first area of interest, and then we also had this other area of interest with which we were kind of speaking about the first call. But yeah, it's simple. Obviously, clearing of those highs in here. Market literally came in here. We had this area of interest, which was aligning within our cycle levels. Is something that obviously we utilize a lot on the way that's kind of go about my setups and stuff like that. So we had a bit of accumulation in here. Perhaps can be used in an area of demand, aligning well with our PWL, which are called Mosaic, obviously whole level, and then PQL, which is Mosaic quarterly level. Quarterly level is simply means anything between the 750s, the 250s, and then the
yeah.
whole levels are obviously the 500s, the zeros and stuff like that. So yeah, we had obviously a break in here, a bit of accumulation, which was literally aligning with Mosaic level, the whole level, and then the quarter level. So market literally tapped it in here. Obviously came in here, showed that it's looking to respect it, and obviously we taken this trade on a Monday, which we don't usually do.
Yeah. Now I seen that trade on your story as well. I've seen this move as well, but like I think on Monday we even text. I was like, I'm waiting for the retracement of
Yeah.
this trade. So on that retracement, I caught a little buy here, and then that gave me so like 1 to 1
Obviously,
five.
during the Asian session, obviously we had the market came into the area of interest. Then the trade was taken within our time-based volume, which is in this case being the London session. Obviously, markets came in here. We have our Asian session, then it gave us the entry confirmation. First bullish candle, second bullish candle, then the entry was taken literally on here at 9 a.m.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, as we normally do, we target at 1, 2, 3, risking 20 points, then looking to make what 60 points in return. But however, within my module, I do have a standardized system where I tend to take 60 to 70% volume off. When obviously the price gets to my 1 to 2, and in this case, that's what literally happened in here. We had, we banked in on profits around here. As you can see, 20, then obviously 60.
Okay.
The first profit taken was made at at 40 points, so we banked on 60%, and then
Yeah.
let the rest run, which it didn't really happen. It didn't really touch our final desired zone. But yeah, nothing to worry about. The banked in and profits at least 60% of those, and the market came back,
Mm.
took us out on break even. I wouldn't call it the perfect setup. I wouldn't call it a bad setup either. But the one thing that I wanna highlight in here is how important risk management is. In this
Correct.
case, obviously, as you can see, as we all know, when it comes to the market, we always have also of emotions in, especially when when you already enter the trade. One being emotion, one being greed, one being this, one being that, and then
Mhm.
had I been on the side of greediness, then perhaps I probably would have missed on this whole setup in here. And that's why I tend to have, a standardized profit taking model, which is obviously taking, banking on 60% of the profits at at TUR.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally this was it. This was the one setup that I had. I think we held it for one or 2 days, something like that. Then
Mhm.
unfortunately it came back. But however, like I told you on obviously on Whoop, the bullish bias is still intact, and it looks like the market might perhaps come to our second level in here. Due
Yeah.
deeper retracement. So I've been
Yeah.
monitoring this area, for the rest of the week. Tomorrow's Thursday, and then the day after that is Friday. Maybe with a bit of volume, because there's a lot of news that's coming in hand tomorrow in the side of the euro and in the side of the dollar as well. So
Yeah.
maybe that might be a catalyst for the market to react from this zone in here, then go up perhaps, who knows. But yeah, that's the zone that I'm currently monitoring. So if the market gets in here within by tomorrow or Friday,
Yeah.
then yeah, I'm just gonna be waiting for confirmations, and then anything that aligns with my strategy. And the second setup is obviously my Swiss franc. At the
Yeah.
moment it has been my favorite, but I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I can't like your your trades on that out is been looking clean as hell,
Yeah,
man.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been my favorite so far, since obviously this whole Trump situation has been in hand. So yeah, same
Yeah.
criteria. Obviously,
This
we had the sweeps
is
of
clean,
these
bro.
levels in here. Then a bit of accumulation, which I've used as my area of supply, and this area supplies within obviously our PQL and our PWL.
Mhm.
So again, market came in here, obviously reacted well, respected it, then gave us an entry confirmation within our time-based volume, that being
Mhm.
the London session. Literally same thing. Obviously, we let the market do whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, entered in the zone in here. Same criteria. Obviously, we had our first, obviously, bearish candle in here, second bearish candle in here, and then we literally entered in here, a bit drawdown, and then the
Mhm.
market has tanked from there. And same thing with this one. We banked on 60% of the profits at 1 to 4. That's okay, which is this one here, which is this one here. So
Mhm.
we've banked in about what 60% of the move here. Then obviously we've let them, we brought our stops to break even in here. Not break even. What I tend to do obviously whenever I bank on obviously my 60%, what I do, my stop loss I reduce it to 10 points. Then
Yeah,
unfortunately the market, retrace all the way back. Looks like it's respecting this area again, and it took us out. So nothing to worry about. At least we've banked on 60%, of the
yeah.
profits.
No,
And
that
that
looks clean, though. I can't lie.
yeah,
I feel like on your trade, I'm seeing a lot of consistency with the risk side on
yeah.
how you're taking profit. So like
The reason, because I'm not gonna lie, before though, do you know the way that I tend to, my profit taking system, the way it was, I used to go level by level. So, for
yeah,
example, if I take this trade in here, probably back in the days, my profit target would have been either in here, liquidity pools or whatever you want to call it. But
yeah,
then, I've kind of, done a bit of back test, and then looking at my data, it's told me that most of my trades, at least 60% or 70% of my trades,
mhm,
they tend to get to 1 to 2, meaning obviously if I'm risking 20 points, then I'm at least, being able to bank on 40 points. So that's the reason I thought, okay, if this is what my system is telling me, then why not I kind of adjust to obviously what my system is telling me, have a
right,
standardized
mhm,
and take a profit system, which is being obviously whenever I'm set up, then obviously I let the market enter a setup, or then let the market come to my TUR, which is 40 points most of the cases, then bank on 60% of the profits and let the remaining run.
nah, for
you
sure.
know that's what I mean. I've completely changed it to that, and I feel like I'm just gonna leave it at that. It has been paying well, I'm not gonna lie, and yeah, it's what it is. One thing, it saves me from all of the headache, and the
Mhm,
second thing, obviously I tend to banking on profits a lot more than usual.
mhm,
And yeah, that's really about it. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, like I said, the consistency has been there. It's something
yeah.
that I've suffered obviously like the start of the journey, but now I'm able to manage those things. Zero emotions when it comes to profit taking, when it comes to entering the market, and then when it comes to exiting the market. And then obviously, however, it don't matter how good the market is. It don't matter how much volume, obviously. How much volume there is in price. So I have a standardized system, which is obviously risking 20 points, looking to make either 3R, 4R, 8, 60 or 80 points. Then at 2R, 40 points, I'm taking 60% out of the table.
Mhm.
That's non-negotiable. It saves me from having my emotions.
Bro, I feel like
Get it?
that is how it meant to be, honestly. Because same, I have the same rule. I go for 1 to 3, bro. And if
Mm,
with my system, it feels like it gives you more. Most of the time, at least 1 to 2, it gives you that. Like I
mm.
can't say guarantee, but majority of the time, based on the trade that we took, you can easily be banking 1 to 2. So having like a rule around there about profit taking the market, I feel like that will implement a lot and improve
Yeah,
a lot
it's,
when it
I
comes
mean,
to money.
it comes down to it saves you from wanting to have your emotions at the table based on the volume, based on this. Is the market gonna rally up? Is the market gonna rally down? Then it
Yeah,
saves you from having all of that. I mean, it's hard to stick to. There's times where obviously I've banked on what 60%, then obviously the market has came to my 4 hours or probably my 3 hours, and then from there the market has just tanked down. Yeah, it's what it is. You cannot really make all of the profits in the market.
no, you
Always
can't.
you're always gonna leave some money on the table, and you have to be comfortable with that. You get it?
For real though.
And then
But
even
yeah,
if,
man, that was good, Bila. That was good to hear, man. Because I feel like on the risk management side, I need to be more tricky on there than when it comes to anything in trading right now. So it's good to hear that actually coming from you, honestly.
Cause I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best thing, but it has worked for me so far, and then it has saved me from being too emotionally involved in the market, which is something that you want to avoid at all costs. Whenever there's emotions involved in there, is one thing. It's either you're informal, or it's either you're having greed. So if you're able to dismiss that at all costs, then why not just utilize it to your advantage?
Yeah. No, for real, bro. But yeah, man, that was good. That was good, guys. You better take that from Lamin, bro, cause I'm taking that deep right now.
Wow.
You can always add things up into your system, so like this the
And
rate.
And then even currently going through my FX book, I tend to look at those details a lot. It says that my average win is at 50 points, and then my average
I
losing is
think
at
on the account that's tied today as well. I was checking my win rate there. It's like at 40 so far, but still profitable. That's the
yeah,
risk
exactly.
management, bro. Like your lose rate can be like 70% or 60% even, but your win rate is only 40 and you still be in profit.
Exactly. And that's what I said. That's what I said. I don't know if you remember. I said if you're able to think in numbers, in numbers perspective, then this whole game becomes a lot easier on you. Do you
Yeah,
get it?
for real.
I said
But
a
this
lot.
market work in percentage anyways. If you don't know how to do the calculation in percentages, you can't understand the risk side of it. So
Exactly. People genuinely think that if you have a win rate anything lower than probably 60%, then you're doing shit. Like literally, that's what literally. If you go through IG, this that blah blah, people tend to underlook at that. But obviously, if you consider that, then you look at, obviously you take that into consideration for the longer term, then that's amazing. That is 40% is no joke.
it's good.
Literally, that means that if you're taking 10 trades, six of those are losers, but the other four trades that you're gonna be taking are gonna be winners, and then those four trades are gonna compound for you. Do you get it? But
For
like I said, this whole trading stuff has been very glamorized. If you're not making 60% win rate, 80%, 90% win rate.
That's competing, man. There's nothing out here to compete with, bro. Like 60%. I feel like people try to like make more to show more. I don't know when it comes to
Right.
like just percentage kind of thing. But bro, when it comes to like compounding with percentages, you'll be surprised how fast the growth actually happening because you're compounding, bro.
Mhm. And then I feel like obviously with the current movement of the Euro USD, seems like it's looking to emulate obviously previous obviously price actions that we had in the past. If we
Mhm.
look at it here, we had our first level, which we always do, and then we have our second level. Obviously, it
Yeah.
has respected our first level with we banked in some profits, but however, it looks like this the first level is going to be invalidated, and it's going to retrace a bit deeper down to our second level, which it has been doing for the past
The Euro's been actually doing that, I can't lie. It's like every week we go through something exactly like that, bro. Where at the start of the week, you'll start to like fake buy it, and Wednesday will do this kind of pullback, and by end of the week, you just continue going that direction. It's crazy.
Nah, for real. But
You know,
I'm
that
seeing the same level on the euro as well. It's crazy
I
that
think other than that, the other pair that I'm kind of interested in, it
yeah.
might be this one. But however, it's looking very messy. Reason that I'm interested in this is obviously the current situation that's going on in the UK with the budgeting and stuff like that. They've been over budget, and I think that they've got some event that's coming up next. So the pound against the euro, if you are to compare that, the euro is actually in a better sort of more in a better position than the pound. So this is a pair that I'm kind of interested in, but it's looking a bit messy. And then we on tomorrow's Thursday, so I don't really know, to be honest. I'll be honest.
Now let's see what the printer is. That GU.
Yeah, GBP, the pound against the euro.
Oh, okay.
Because I was hoping, some, breach of those levels, then the market, gets, to these areas around here. But, it's been a bit messy. So I probably might not look at this until next week. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything. We'll probably just go over silver. Yeah, well, silver, we already taken some positions in here. The other, potential entries that I'm looking at is maybe silver to sort of give us a bit of retracement to these lower levels in here. If that happens, then good. If it don't happen, then let it go to the moon. And then on gold, yeah, I think you're the master of that. You've already gone over that, but yeah,
Ah,
same thing,
I
same.
mean, gold is just currently pullback. I feel like what you the same thing that you waiting for silver, gold is already doing that because sometimes they, I don't know if they all go in the same direction, but it looks like they does.
Yeah, they do. They
Gold is
have.
already giving that pullback.
Yeah,
So
they have a lot of correlations because obviously when there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of the investors tend to, have obviously inflows to safe havens such as being obviously the gold in this case and obviously the silver as well. So yeah, they tend to kind of move correlated in most of the cases. But yeah, other than that, we don't really have anything. Let me just go. Yeah, we don't really have anything. It's just euro. Yeah, pound is just I don't know, man.
that's such all the market.
Pound, I don't know. Pound. The pound is not looking very good at this moment in time. So so we're gonna sort of avoiding that.
Mm.
And yeah, we have our Swiss franc. Mm,
Let me look, guys. Let me look like there's something going on the Swiss franc. We might have to backtest that. I don't know. We might
I
have to
mean,
come back.
it is a good pair if you
The trend is just beautiful. I just love the trend, bro.
trust me, man. I mean, if there's a lot of uncertainty going on with the dollar, then obviously the Swiss franc tends to act as a proper safe haven. There's a lot of inflows in it, so that's why I kind of like it. With the whole situation that we have in currently, so Swiss franc is
Yeah.
is proper bet.
Nah, for sure. We're gonna
And
have to try
obviously,
back testing it.
if we go over Dixie, yeah, if we go over Dixie. Perhaps we might have a bit of a retracement to these areas in here, or perhaps maybe these areas up there. So yeah, man,
Nah,
nothing
for
much.
sure.
Really.
The dollar, we still continue to be bearish on that for the time being.
Yeah, unless we have a look at obviously Forex Factory. This is today's no actually. One sec. Let me reload that for you. Yeah, this is today's tomorrow what we have. Yeah, there you go. We have, Swiss franc. Tomorrow might be a good day for the Swiss franc. I'm not gonna lie. And we also have GDP for the dollar and unemployment claims. And looking at the folder, okay, looking at the folder. Previously, it was at 231K, and it's projected to be at 233K. So if this happens, maybe we might have a bit of a upward movement for the dollar. And then if
Yeah.
this is a bit negative, then it's only gonna be good for the obviously for the opposing pairs that have been traded against the dollar.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously, if we look at the GDP prints, yeah, it looks like obviously the previous print was at 3.3%, and the
Yeah.
forecasting is 3.3%. So if this is being held, then it might be good for the dollar. Or if it's negative, then it's just gonna be good for the opposing pairs traded against the dollar. And then for the Swiss franc, um, okay, there you go. Not much.
Now is that me? I'm gonna pay attention to the dollar and yeah, basically the dollar. Because the Swiss franc, I don't trade any pair on
And then on
that.
Friday, the CPI actually. There you
This
and
Friday.
there you go. The CPI, you look at it previously, they had a print of 0.3%, and obviously they're forecasting 0.2%. If this helps, then yeah, we might see the sell off in dollar. But yeah, it's just a case of waiting and seeing and see what happens. To be honest.
Nah, yeah, that is you just take a work out of my head, so I don't have to check down the forex factory anymore. Nah, but yeah, bro, I don't know if I can go through the Europe, but I feel like you did all the analysis honestly, because I have the same levels that I'm looking on the euro. I'm just, I can share it with you so you can check it with yours. But other than that,
Yeah,
I feel like
of course. Well, I don't mind. I don't. Yeah, of course.
it's
We
the
can
same
definitely.
setup that we're seeing here. But now it was good to see you go through the charts that you've gone through though right now, honestly. You know, learning a lot.
And I'm still a student of the
Yeah,
game.
hi, bro. We're learning from you now. You see how focused we were. I was just sat here, I'm listening, bro. Like, okay. But that's the euro for me. Again, like we're expecting a bit pullback. We're already seeing a sign the euro is kind of trying to pull back. So, the same level that you was looking for, which is this year on the 4 hour level and on the daily time frame, I'm expecting the same thing for price to actually come back to that level before we continue going. That is literally the only level that I'm seeing on the euro to actually take a trade from, unless that 4 hour time frame start to show some, switch from where it is as, because the first time we just react from there.
Yeah.
So if we see a clear bull sign here, we might go from here.
And
But
then,
as
uh, uh,
prices, mhm,
yeah, and then one thing that I probably might add on top of this,
yeah,
obviously, it looks like we're having those double bottoms and stuff. The market might
yeah,
entice a lot of people to get early in here, and then you just
yeah,
take him down, take him out, and then perhaps reaches to these lower levels. And
yeah,
yeah, I
and
think
plus,
the
we
lower
have
levels
this
that we have,
as well.
they're looking good, though. To me, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I feel like this the because it's so risky to take any trade around here anyways until we see clear bullish signs. But like you said, this can easily be a liquidity run here, and we can tap in it. And price is very close to the EMA, so most likely it's gonna touch the EMA. So we're still waiting for this area to see if there's any buying opportunity on the euro side. But I'm still gonna pay attention to that area for now. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have much on the euro. This is the same analysis from Monday. We was looking for the buy here. And you can see that trade that I took on the euro, it gave me 1.65 R. So I just closed that trade around here because it's reacting from the level and we don't want to be so aggressive with it there. That
Exactly.
is having the pullback on the euro.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, honestly, I'm just gonna have to wait to see what is gonna happen around here structure wise. Then, if nothing else, we might see price here. And also, we have the previous month high there. These
Yeah.
numbers are key level that I need to pay attention to. So, I don't want to see price trade below it though. That's one thing. So, even if I seen it, we're just gonna wait for it to come here, and then we can, probably look for buy. The euro is looking good. Once we get the volume we need to go upside, I feel like it's gonna shoot up nice. So, you can be catching continuation within this move that's gonna happen. But yeah, that is literally what I'm seeing on the chart line.
Yeah, I mean, I think like it's pretty much the same thing that we all seeing. Is this the case? Like I said, like I told you, obviously on chat, is at this point in time is more of a case of waiting and seeing, and then let price do whatever it needs to do because there's a bit of
Yeah,
operating orders that are happening tomorrow and the day after that, and then perhaps there might be a catalyst, to entice those bullish movements that obviously we are anticipating for the year end. But other than that, unless obviously we want to look at investing.com and see is a place that I tend to look a lot of the times.
correct.
Okay,
Gold.
shows over site.
Yeah, gold as well. I'm think gold might pull back as well. This
Yeah,
market been
exactly. Because I think I'm not sure what the Fed has said yesterday, but obviously these movements there has a lot to do with obviously whatever they said that the Fed has kind of said yesterday. I probably have to probably go over it and see what the Fed has actually said. Then, take a judgment from there, I guess.
yeah, man, for sure. Let's see. Hmm. But yeah, gold. I don't think I have too much on the gold side. I feel like gold price action is looking a bit, imbalanced. We just
Mm,
need to wait for this price to actually like give us more data here to know what's gonna happen. Because I feel like prices within nowhere. You can't fully
yeah,
be aggressive to trade this market from this level because that can easily be liquidated, and we might expect a nice, even a bit more pullback on gold. But for right now, I feel like for me, gold has long as price is very far from this level, we're bullish. But if it's gonna be close to this level, I do expect the gold to actually tap into this area before we continue. So technically, gold might come all the way around, and retest this psychological number there, 3,700. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing on gold. So for now, buy wise, unless price actually gone back above this key area, which we was using for structural law of this. Until that happen, like I don't think there's any clear price action on gold right now to use for decision making. So I'm just gonna have to wait on gold more to see what's gonna happen.
Nah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
because obviously, if you look at if even if you pay attention to the EMA that you have in there, is that aligning with 3,600?
three
The
thousand seven hundred.
at the bottom of the EMA, like literally here. I think it's
Uh
three six nine five. So yeah, like I said, is I'll be paying attention to that area. I'm not gonna lie. Is a good area. Is a good area.
Yeah,
This
this
area,
area is
right?
a good area to pay attention. And again, it's like it's literally two confluence aligned there. One for the psychological number and two with this EMA number there. So, and that is where there is more volume. Most likely is gonna come in the market anyways, because that is aligning perfectly with the previous structure high here. So
Mm.
it's only good to wait for this area for market to actually retest this high here, and then we can have a nice flow. So yeah, that is literally the areas that I'm kind of paying attention on gold. But until then, bro, I feel like it's too risky to go with this market.
Mm. Is my camera working? I don't think so. It is. Or is it
You
working?
just keep going on and off.
Oh, okay. Because on my end it's a bit frozen in here, but it's not it's working fine on your end, isn't it?
Now you're now frozen. Let me remove you and add you back again. Um, Now we can't see you.
Okay. Your camera's on, though, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways.
No, it's all right, man. We're gonna end the live soon anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, this was literally the simple midweek recap that
Yeah.
we need to do. So for me, I'll be looking at this, and again, I will pay attention to the news as well to see what might change in the market. But until then,
Same.
I'm gonna stay on my hand, bro. There's nothing good to do.
Same thing, and then the fact that obviously we're nearing the end of the month now.
Yeah,
I'm not really in a rush because obviously projected
yeah,
well, so I'm not gonna be risking anything unless I see a potential A plus setup for the remainder of these few days that we got for the month. But
yeah,
other than that, I think we've pretty much covered everything. We're still very bullish on the pairs, on the euro pairs, on gold as well, and on the pound pairs. But however, we need to be a bit caution, given the fact that there's a bit of things going on politically when it comes to the pounds.
yeah,
But however, the euro is looking very good. But other than that, we don't really have much to say unless anyone has a question or anyone wants us to clarify something.
yeah.
But
Nah, that for me as well. I'm good now. Just it's good that we show up. Obviously, that just put us back in the
that's the
game,
most
so we know
important thing,
exactly where
showing
we are.
up. Even if you're gonna say a word or two, the most important thing is just showing up every single day.
Yeah, bro. Like literally.
So I think we need to hear a bit more from Suleiman number two, because I'm not gonna lie, he's been posting a bit. So what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? What do you think?
Ah, bro, what's the question again?
He said, "What do you think about the chat? What do you think was gonna happen based on the analysis?"
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, bro, it's all makes sense, bro. I can't lie. You
Mm.
guys, I'm learning a lot here, bro. I can't lie. That's all I can say right now.
And also, do you know about Friday? I'm not sure what you guys have decided. Like I said, uh,
Oh,
Is it Friday?
Friday.
Is it? Are you working on Friday? I'm
Yeah,
working on
I'm
Friday.
working,
I mean,
bro.
that's the thing,
That's
bro.
um,
So after work is going to be 6, which is crazy.
yeah,
So it's most likely not going to be planned because if I had probably had it early, then I could have, maybe get some holidays and stuff like that.
nah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I feel like we might miss out on this one.
Hmm. Now that's absolutely fine because I mean, I'm just gonna go there for the day. Then that's about it. I'm just come a bit late.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah, I
that's
mean, I
that was
probably would
what
have loved
well,
you guys to be there, but however, we can always plan something because this guy is always busy. Suleiman, he's always busy making money.
Yes.
bro. Lately though, Allah, I'm actually super busy because bro, I'm working so much thing with this AI thing as well. It's crazy, bro. Sometimes I don't have energy, bro. These days I barely even sleep, bro. Well, I've been here till 3 a.m., bro, just trying to figure things out. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And that's the hardest thing of being a CEO or probably a business owner. You don't sleep when people are sleeping, and then when people are awake, you're awake. When people are sleeping, you're awake. It's not easy. But I'm not gonna lie. I remember days when obviously I was upcoming, and I probably used to spend 14 hours on you just looking at the charts, doing this, doing that, like
Yeah,
literally no eating or anything like that. Like just focus on the charts, doing this, testing that. What works,
yeah,
what doesn't work? Is this making sense? Is this not making sense? Looking at videos in here, looking at videos there. You know,
yeah.
oh, it's not
No,
easy,
too
but
much study, too much knowledge is poison. When you learn to a science stage and you're not applying it, it's poison in your brain, bro.
yeah,
I
exactly.
already know what to do, man. It just
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
keep fucking up that child, you're
Mm.
going against your risk and all of that, bro. That is gonna be on you. That will keep you in the process longer. But bro, too much learning, you don't need nothing else. Like
Yeah, and then a lot of people tend to fall on this trap. Like they learn and learn and learn and learn and learn to the point where you're confused. Your analysis paralysis. You get it? Obviously, you
we're,
don't know.
we're saying this now that it is funny.
Telling you, bro. I'll be honest. Literally, it's good to find obviously what works, what this, that, blah, blah, put it together into one system. But then after that, once you have your system, obviously, you've proven that it works for you, and then
Yeah.
you've proven that your system has longevity, which is the most important thing. Then there's no need for you to be going or looking for sources here and there, this, that, blah, blah. It's just all confusing, bro. Just put it into practice and that's it, and go about your
Put
day.
into practice, bro. Say that again, bro. You can just build
I'm
this thing,
telling
bro.
you, bro. I'm
Nah, bro, for
telling you.
sure, man. Wallah, let's keep in touch, bro. Inshallah, bro. Next one, we can always plan something, though. Inshallah, probably we'll discuss more in private. Let's see when we're actually gonna, get to do something. Let's meet up in some.
Bro, I wanna actually sit with you. If I have to drive there, bro, I drive there, no problem, bro. If I have to drive to Manchester, I drive to Manchester, no problem, bro.
Bro, again,
There's
like
a lot that we
you
need
can always
to
come here. I don't know, like most likely on the weekend for sure. I'm not, but even weekdays, if you have time, bro, I'll make
Yeah.
do.
time for that, bro. There is nothing that is too much complicated about that. But yeah, you
Bro,
let me know the days that you're free, bro, and then we do that, bro.
yeah,
Let's do
there-
something.
there-
We can
there's a
do
lot
that.
that we need to discuss in person, man. We cannot get all those discussions on here, obviously. But yeah, probably I'm not sure. Maybe we look at something next week. Or
All right,
this
cool.
weekend even on
This
a
week,
Sunday.
okay,
I'm not.
actually, again, on the weekend, I'm probably going to Manchester meeting Bilal, so we can always meet there. So, Bilal, did he know he came here?
Yeah, yeah, he's told me already. I've not been in
Yeah,
touch with him.
so
He told me that
on
he's
the
coming in. Yeah.
weekend, I'm going there, inshallah, because I told him I'll let you know on Friday that I'm coming. So, I feel like that is a shout there.
Okay, do you know what? Do you know what? What is it gonna be on a Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Yeah, there you go, bang on. That's it. That's a date noted on me. I'll be there on Saturday on Manchester. Give me the address when you're there.
We may off in Manchester on Saturday, then let's go,
Uh,
bro. Shit, then that was good. But yeah, inshallah, bro. I mean, kendo na ya kundunga, bro.
yeah.
We'll see by end of Friday where we are, inshallah. Again, I'll be on the whip. So
And then
we
again,
can see
like
on
I
there
keep on saying, plan your trade and trade your plan.
for
Be
real.
disciplined and believe in your strategy. That's about it.
We live in your strategy, bro. I mean, inshallah, bro. We're gonna implement a lot from what you said today, bro. Inshallah,
Bro.
bro. Thank you for sharing the details. But with that being
Inshallah.
said, bro, we'll keep in touch, my guy, bro. See you on
And that
Saturday.
everybody a good night, and then I'll probably see you guys on Saturday, inshallah, if nothing
Inshallah.
changes.
Yo, chat, we might do our Friday trade recap in person, so we're probably gonna vlog that. So let's go.
Let me know, inshallah. Good night
But
then.
assalamu alaikum, bro.
Assalamu
I mean, it's gone, but yeah, man, that was a nice recap session here, guys. But let's go. I mean, it's putting my mind back. I feel like I'm hearing the things that I wanted to hear, bro. Like, honestly, bro, like, oh my God. God bring you together to help each other, bro. I believe in that, bro. So I'm appreciate it. I'm grateful for the things that, he's showing me. It's like I'm seeing a lot of signs. I just need to learn from it, bro. But inshallah, with that being said, bro,
Inshallah.
take what you understand from what he said because it all makes sense, bro. That guy is doing good. That's all I can say.
Facts.
But yeah, man. Bye. I'm going on. I'm gonna go.